Hello, gorgeous beings of light. My name is Elmira. I'd love to give a shout out to the gorgeous Erin, also known as Jade, on her Facebook page. Erin completed my Activate God in You and End Your Suffering Now training. That ended on about mid-December 2023 last year. And since then, she's been going great guns. Like all this amazing stuff keeps happening for her. And I'm fascinated by it. She's made deep connections to her guides and her angels. And she contacted me going, oh my God, Elle, I had to pick up a 190 kilo man and we struggled just with lots of people helping us, and then there was no one when I got to the destination, or maybe just one person to help me get it out. And all the way back I prayed and went, God, please, please, can you just make this, light as a feather for me? And when she got to a destination and had to take this 170 kilo patient out of her van, it was as light as a feather. And she rang me up going, oh my God, I'm not lying, this really happened. And I knew that it was true because it had happened to me in my 30s, where I had picked up like a 100 kilo marble cross and lifted it 2 feet off the ground and put it on top of someone's um, headstone. So I knew that it was possible to have those kinds of things happen, and I just assured her she was doing great. But as time continued on, the more she connected to her guides and angels, the more wonderful things began to happen, like a feather just dropping down from the ceiling when she was inside. And we've had that happen in retreats as well. But then she had a whole pile of really groovy stuff happen, like seeing all these gold lines and lights, and working with people's DNA and all that sort of really cool stuff, which I do. I've worked with gold light. I do work with gold light myself, and I do also work with upgrading people's DNA as well. But I was fascinated by the things that were coming through to her, and just because I'm a busybody and a sticky bait, not because I probably needed it, although I did have some challenges going on with my body at the time. So I asked her if I could have a session with her, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't recommend her enough to anyone who's got some challenges going on. I would just recommend that you stay out of your head. Because one of the things I had going on at the time, I'd had an ingrown hair like eyelash, and it was as painful as all blazes. And that was the main reason I asked us to see what she could do, was because I'd been putting colloidal silver in it 4 times a day, and I just got to the point the day before she did the healing for me was that I thought that that you have to be so careful with your eyes because the infection can go into your brain. And I was just having a few funny head things going on. So anyway, that was completely gone the next day. I'd also had some really tight stiffness in my neck. Even just brushing my hair, I could hear my neck clunking. That was gone the next day. Although I just want to point out that it did come back about, I don't know, maybe 7 days later. But if you're doing spiritual work, you should know that sometimes it takes more than one session to move stuff, but it was really, and also that it's your stuff. If a healer does something and you wake up the next day and it's all clear, then that's because they did do their job. But if it comes back for you a week later, that's because you have some unhealed stuff that you need to heal. I did that. I went, okay, what's this? What's the neck about? Healed that, and then my neck was perfectly fine. There was lots of other things that took place in it, but this is an amazing healer with some amazing gifts, and I would recommend, if you've got some stuff going on, to go have a session with her and just see what comes up in it. You may need 2 or 3 sessions if it's long-standing stuff. Like all healers know that we all have stuff, and that stuff is usually our own stuff. And a healer, if they take it away and then it comes back the next week, it's because you have some trauma that's creating that. And if you're a healer of any, like anybody who knows their healing stuff would know that that is true. But if a healer can take it away for you and give you relief for a week, then that's a sign that someone has some pretty epic spiritual healing abilities because they managed to take it away despite you having all this other poop going on. So, yes, delightful being of light, Miss Erin is, and I would strongly, she does a whole pile of things. She does tarot card readings, she does massages, she does healings, and she's recently started doing multi-dimensional healing because all this really cool stuff is coming through. So that's my recommendation. My name is Elmira Seraphim. I've been a healer and a teacher for 40 plus years in this life and working in the fifth dimension since God knows when, but 1997. So please do reach out to Erin if you feel that you need some help or just some shift. And even if you've been on this path a long time, there's lots and lots of wonderful things that are coming through now. And, you know, lots of stuff, like there's been so much open up with the last portal that opened, and the big eclipse that just happened in April. And there was huge portals opened on the 10th of April. And, you know, if you just need something to help you over the hump, as we say, then please reach out to Erin, have a session with her and see what comes up from it. Alrighty. Love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all. Have a truly blessed day. And I really trust that if you're guided to work with Erin, that you go ahead and have that session. Bye for now.